So good day everyone. In this video, we'll talk about the RK100 or RK860. This is the box of the RK860 or RK100. As you could see, there are some dents on it, maybe due to the logistics or maybe due to how the people handle it or how the delivery boy handled it. So this is the earlier version of RK100. It is also known as RK860. In Amazon, you can buy this keyboard with a RGB backlight and it also has a USB pass-through. But this one has only white backlight and it doesn't have any USB pass-throughs. This cost me around $70 up to $80 or 2,900 pesos up to 3,300 pesos. Now, we could see what's included in the package. First off, we have the keycap spooler, the USB Type-C, the Royal Kludge warranty card, and the keyboard itself. I really couldn't understand what's written in the warranty card, but it has a barcode for you to scan and it would link you to their official website. The USB Type-C is very generic. I think the color of it depends on the keyboard color you ordered. What's good about this Type-C charger is that it is long and I did try charging my phone with it and it fortunately worked. Now, let's check the back part. In here, we have the USB dongle with 2.4 GHz Bluetooth adapter. It is also color white to match the keyboard. The base of it is magnetic. So let's try how effective the magnet is. It is quite a strong magnet, so you don't need to worry traveling with this keyboard and putting the dongle back to its place. We also have two switches in here. One is for turning it on and off, and the other one is for switching between the dongle and Bluetooth. There is also a leg for height adjustment on the keyboard to make it more comfortable for you to type on. So what I have here with me is the white version. You could choose between black, white, and pink. What I ordered came with brown switches since I do love the tactile feel of it. And here on the corner we could see the Royal Kludge logo in black since of course our keyboard is color white. Now let's try checking what's inside the keyboard. So this keyboard came with OEM ABS keycaps and brown switches, which are not lubed unfortunately. Also, it has a basic stabilizer which are very wobbly and of course are also not lubed. Removing the switches will reveal the PCB, and it is indeed a 5-pin PCB connection, and the brown switch has a 3-pin connection. So I have here is a 5-pin boba silent tactiles, and as you could see it fits perfectly on the keyboard. So that's a good thing since I might modify this keyboard with silent bobas in it. So once again, I don't know who made these key switches. I'm guessing Royal Kludge has their own key switches since the housing of this brown switch has RK written on it. Now let's look at the keycaps. They are ABS OEM profile keycaps, and it is a backlight shine through effect on them. They are ABS OEM profile keycaps, and it is a backlight shine through effect on the font. They are very generic OEM keycaps, and I don't really see any problem with them, although the backlight bleeds through the keycaps when it is dark. It is not a big problem for me though, I'm really okay with it. The fonts are also the same with any generic OEM keycaps, but I do love the logos and design in the F keys or in the function keys of the keyboard. You could also see some plastic bulges here, but it's not really a great concern on your typing experience. Now let's take a look at the keyboard backlight during at night with lights off. Here are the light effects. I'll just let you guys watch so you know what effect you do like. Disclaimer, the flickering effects of the light are on my camera and not due to the keyboard being broken, so please do forgive me for this. So, to cover it all up, the RK100 is a very great keyboard. It is great for its price range, it is cheap, but it only has a white backlight, but you would still order the RGB version of it in Amazon. But that would be another $40 price difference, or a 2,000 pesos price difference from the RGB and the white backlight version. It is well compact, it is sturdy, it is built great, and I really do love the typing experience on it. Another good thing for this keyboard is that it has a numpad, and since I do encode a lot of numbers, this keyboard having a numpad is such a great thing for me. And it also has a Bluetooth USB dongle, which makes it easier to connect to my computer and my laptop. Now, do I have any problem with this keyboard? Actually, I do, and those are the stabilizers of this keyboard. It is not pre-lubed, so pressing the keys with the stabilizers do feel wobbly, and sometimes they do feel weird when you press on them. They also don't sound the same, so sometimes you may get a rattling sound, or sometimes it's just not equal, especially when you press on it. Now, typing and gaming experience are great with this keyboard. I did get 67 words per minute from this. It is very easy to adjust on. I came from using a laptop keyboard. It just took me around 30 minutes to an hour to get adjusted to the OEM keycaps and the brown switches. And so far, I think I've adjusted to the typing experience of it. And talking about responsiveness, this keyboard is very responsive. There's no lag time, even when using the USB dongle or when you are connected directly by Bluetooth. Now let's talk about the battery life. This keyboard has 3750 mAh. I have been using it for almost a week now, and it hasn't drained on me yet. I just use a minimal amount of backlight, and I also use the USB dongle. So maybe those are factors that affected the battery life of the keyboard. Oh, and this keyboard also has a automatic sleep function. So whenever you're not using it, it will just automatically turn off, and it will go to a hibernating mode where it will stay asleep for a while until you press on something, and that will reactivate the keyboard and turn itself back on. So I think the automatic sleep function is a very useful function, since it will greatly save the battery life of your keyboard, especially when you're not using it or when you're just taking a rest from your work. Now for the sound test, this is what the keyboard sounds like with a OEM profile keycap that is an ABS plastic, and also it has a brown switch. Sorry for the white noise produced by the air condition unit. If you could hear it in the background, I am very sorry for it. I hope you could forgive me, and I hope you do understand. Now, to overall rate it, I think I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10, almost a perfect score, because I really do love the keyboard itself. It is very good, it is very cheap, it is very practical. So like I've said, it only cost me around 70 to $80 or 2,900 to 3,200 pesos. It is sturdy, durable, compact, it has a huge battery, it is very responsive, and it has a USB dongle for connection. It is a must buy for people who are just beginners to the keyboard enthusiast or to the keyboard hobby, and it is also a good buy if you are looking for a keyboard that has a numpad on it. So stay tuned for the modding of this keyboard, the RK860 or RK100. I will be modding it with the Boba Silent Tactiles. I'll be putting foam dampeners and I will be lubing the stabilizers of this keyboard. I'll be changing the keycaps to cherry profile or maybe a DSA keycap. It depends on what would look good and what would feel good. So I think that's it for this review. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. Thanks and please do stay safe. Bye.